Guys, I'm back. I wanted to make a video on how to survive night shift. If you're one of the people that works night shift like I do and have done it for years and years and years, or you're thinking about getting a job that you'll be working night shift, you wanted to know how do I stay awake. So I wanted to do a video. The first thing that you have to do to survive a night shift is to drink caffeine. That's like the most obvious thing, but I don't drink caffeine. I don't like coffee. So what do I do? And I've been doing night shift for many, many years. There are a lot of natural products that you can take with caffeine in it, or there's a lot of unnatural products that you can take with caffeine in it. For example, I take a diet pill that I've been taking for a long time, but it's like natural and has 50 milligrams of caffeine in it. So that's caffeine of like 2 cups of coffee, I believe. Most people who drink 2 big cups of coffee a day, that's the equivalent of that in one pill. So that's one of the ways that you can stay awake on night shift. Second way is to obviously get enough sleep, right? If you are one of those people who cannot sleep during the day, you may not make it on night shift because you have to get more than enough sleep during the day so that you can stay up all night and not fall asleep at your job. The point is to still have a job when day breaks, right? So the third thing that I would say is to, if you cannot sleep during the day, if you have to sleep during the day, try to get a dark shade. Try to get, they have black shades, they have black curtains. That way that it will facilitate you being able to sleep during the day. That's another way so you can get enough sleep and work at night. Another way would be to make sure you control the temperature in the room before you go to sleep. Once you get off work in the morning, make sure that it's warm enough, make sure that it's cool enough so that it doesn't break your sleep. Because a lot of times people will get some good sleep in the beginning, but you only get like 2 hours of sleep. And that's not really going to help you in the long run because you need a good 8 hours of sleep, especially if you work 12-hour shifts or 8-hour shifts at night and you really have a tough job. You have to really make sure you get enough sleep during the day. What's another way? I would say also make sure you keep your phone off. If people are calling you during the day and you're looking on your phone and you're answering phone calls, it's going to break your sleep and then you may not ever go back to sleep. And then what are you going to do at night? It's not going to really work out. What's another way? For me, sometimes when I'm trying to sleep and I cannot sleep and I'm like, what is going on? I realize that sometimes I'm hungry. I know most people don't want to eat before they lay down, but sometimes having something on your stomach is good so that when you can get a good sleep for a long period of time. I know if you have children or things like that, or you know, sometimes you have to break your sleep anyway. A lot of times people will, people who have children maybe go to sleep for 4 hours, wake up, get their children off the bus or whatever, and then go back to sleep during the evening before they go to work for the night. So their sleep is broken, but they still end up getting about 4 to 6, 6 to 8 hours, but it's just broken. Maybe like 3 hours here and then 4 hours in the evening. But whatever it takes, try to get enough sleep so that you can survive your night shift. What's another way? Some people even say that when they get off work in the morning, the best thing to do is not take a shower. I don't know if you have a very dirty job. I mean, you have to take a shower, but some people, I can take a shower, still sleep, because I love to sleep during the day because I feel like everybody else is at work and I get some good sleep in. But yeah, if you had to, what was I gonna say? Some people don't take a shower when they get off in the morning, and then that way that they're so tired, they actually go to sleep and get some good sleep. And taking a shower actually wake them up, and then they can't sleep for another like 4 hours. And then, if they're distracted during the day, they might not get to sleep at all. And then you're going back to work that night and you haven't gotten any sleep. So that's not really good. Another thing that I wanted to say is, a lot of people say, why would you work night shift versus day shift? A reason of working night shift is that a lot of times the job is a lot quieter. It's not as hectic, especially if you have a job where it's very busy during the day. There's a lot of bosses there during the day. At night, a lot of times you have a lot more autonomy. You can be a lot more independent and get your job done without so many people right on top of you, or feeling like a supervisor is like kind of over your shoulder. Um, during a day shift, it's a lot busier. You're dealing with a lot of different people, a lot of different personalities. Where at night shift, it might just be you. Some jobs, if you do a one-on-one job, or it might be just you there at night. And if you're an introvert, or you're someone who really doesn't need a lot of people around them, that's sometimes a good thing. You can be just quiet and be to yourself. Um, but I would say, if you're someone who cannot sleep during the day, I definitely would not, recommend working night shift, because you may not stay awake. If you're someone who your body automatically, naturally just wakes up during and 6 o'clock in the morning, you may not be the best candidate for night shift. Um, what else? If you're someone who likes to work with a lot of people, and you're, maybe just new to the job, you're not as independent, maybe it would be good for you to start off on day shift, so that you can get more training, or you can be around more people. I think that would be a good thing for night shift. For you to work during the day shift. What else? But there are some challenges at night too. When you work night shift, especially in the wintertime, you have to get up when it's cold outside, get wrapped up, go outside. Especially if you're a female, going to work at night, sometimes it can be a little dangerous, depending on where you're going to work, or maybe even where you live. You have to think of that factor when you're getting up and going to work. Versus day shift, everybody's going to be getting up and going to work at that time. What else? Working night shift, you may gain weight, because you're eating at night. Your day is flipped. So when you go to work, you may be eating breakfast, you may be eating lunch, but you're eating it at 12 midnight, eating it at 3 a.m. So a lot of people do gain weight working night shift. So that's another thing to factor in. And your body is opposite of everyone else. So a lot of times your social life could be a little mixed up if you're working night shift. Especially if you have children. Obviously, a child's schedule is during the day. They go to school. They need more stability. And but then again, there's a lot of people who love night shift, because you can actually work night shift, get off in the morning, and get your kids on the bus, or get your kids ready for school. And then while they're at school, you get your sleep, and you wake up in time for them to get off the bus, or at 3 o'clock when they're getting off of work. So, yeah. So there's a lot of pros and cons to night shift. If you have any questions, of course, like this video, subscribe, and leave any comments, and let's talk about it. Night shift versus day shift, which one is better? Are you able to get enough vitamin C? Are you going out? Are you able to still get enough sun? Because, vampires, that's night shift people, sometimes you have to still balance it out and make sure that you're able to get enough sleep and get out in the sun and still enjoy the day when you're off. And so, yeah, any questions, let me know. Thanks, guys.